What's going on, Jets fans? Welcome back to another video here on Pig City Hockey. And with the start of the season approaching very quickly, first game on Wednesday, looking forward to that. Everyone's talking about the lineup and about the prospects that, we all thought had a really good chance on making this team. Brad Lambert, Nikita Chibrikov, Ilya Samuelson, to name a few. And, while everyone's talking about the lineup and the prospects and who's going to make opening night and who's going to get what opportunities, because let's be real, nothing's set yet. It seems that Kevin He is making his way back into the headlines as of late. He is having an incredible start to the season out there in the OHL. Kevin He was recently drafted, but 4th round, 109th overall by the Winnipeg Jets. They actually traded up to get him. Kevin He's a phenomenal forward who's honestly really underrated, and I think that if he was on a better team, could have potentially been a 2nd round pick. I don't think that's really far out to reach. Him on Niagara has been a terrible team. All 3 of his years in the OHL, they have yet to make the playoffs. Last year he had a really good campaign on a bad team, and this year to start the season, 4 games played, 11 points already. He is being absolutely incredible for the Ice Dogs, who find themselves sitting in a good spot to start the year. Obviously lots is going to happen, and who knows if they're going to be able to maintain this, but it's a very good start to their campaign, and Kevin He is leading the charge. He was also named an assistant captain this year, which is great. You love to see that, and he was one of the most talked about prospects, I believe, in training camp, in the Young Stars tournament, even in the preseason games that he played for the Winnipeg Jets. He's really quickly working his way into the discussion as a top, 10 prospect potentially, drafted in the 4th round of last year's draft. Like, this guy is one of our most fresh prospects in the system, and he's already showing some of the most potential, I think, out of a lot of our forwards, which is crazy to think about because, again, Chevy just finding late round talent as usual, but he really impressed me in the preseason. He had a really good game against Edmonton where he was able to actually get an assist on a goal here, as you can see right here. Very, very good zone entry play there off the face-off, crashing the boards hard, getting that puck coughed up the middle, and what a great play there and a great setup. And Kevin He did not quit on that play. You love seeing how excited he is too about getting that point. And again, I didn't expect to see Kevin He make this team. He's not even able to play on the Moose yet, but to see him come into camp and be as composed as he was for a young player that was just drafted 4th overall like this year, I think he really impressed, and I think he's continuing to do that so far with the Ice Dogs. Like, he has been very good to start this year, making great plays, scoring goals all around the front of the net, with skill, with moves, with just good shot placement, as well as making really good passes out there. Like, that shot placement there is just nasty. Like, he is so quick with the puck on his stick, and his shot selection is just on. Look at this. Look at the release on that play. Like, beautiful, coming up around the top like that and just letting it go, beating the goaltender clean. And you just love to see that. Like, this is a guy that's going to have a very important player on this Ice Dogs team, and I think that, I don't know that much about the Ice Dogs as a team. I know they're not very deep. I know they have some okay players, but, nothing really elite out there. I think Kevin He is really going to step up and help carry this team. Who knows if they make the playoffs, but I really expect to be his coming out party. I think him playing with the Jets, going through camp as he did, getting drafted, I think he's had a really good summer, especially mentally. I think he's in the right place to elevate his game. You can just kind of see that with the hot start, and this is, again, an Ice Dogs team that only had 17 wins last year in 68 games. Not a very good team. So, I think that they could definitely be poised to have a better year, and I think that Kevin He is definitely going to be leading the charge when it comes to this. He's just having a fantastic start to the year, and you love to see it because, right now everyone's talking about Brad Lambert, Nikita Chibrikov as the big forward guys, but you also have guys like Chaz Lucius, drafted 2021, who's been injured 3 years in a row, 1st round pick, and he hasn't really been able to get anything going. Colby Barlow, another guy in the OHL that we have in the system, I expect to see him have a great year as well, who probably will even get some opportunity with the Moose again, and who knows, maybe Kevin He will also get a call up to the Moose depending on how his season goes once the OHL season is concluded, but nonetheless, like, the development path right now for the forwards, it seems to be good, and I love seeing this. I love seeing the Jets have all these great prospects kicking down there in the systems. It's really fun to see because you get to speculate about what the future can look like. The problem is that the Jets just don't give opportunities to these young guys, like the fact that we're all having this conversation about Lambert, about Chibrikov, about Samuelson even making the team has really distracted a lot of people from the fact that Kevin He has been lighting it up. Like, I've only seen recently because of his last game where he had a hat trick, how incredible he was in that game, that people really started talking about him, like 11 points in 4 games, and I think he just recently had a 6-point game, if I'm not mistaken. Like, the guy's been absolutely insane to start the year, and everyone's talking right now about Brad Lambert and Nikita Chibrikov, 2 guys who should be already on the Jets, but they're the ones that everyone's talking about because, again, it seems like younger prospects players aren't getting that opportunity. I'm going to dive into that more, in a couple days before the start of the season when we really get to see what the roster will look like. James Anderson Dolan was just sent down. I don't even know if his first name is James. It just rolled off the tongue properly. But either way, Anderson Dolan was sent down, and I liked his game a lot. But, it seems like they still have 3 goalies on the roster, as well as Chibrikov, Samuelsson, and Lambert. So unless all 3 of those guys are starting in the press box for the year, which I think would be a complete crime, I think we're going to really have to start to see some moves being made. And up until these guys get an opportunity, they're going to continue to dominate the news cycle. And, seeing, Kevin Heath thrive as much as he is right now, and hopefully he's poised for a great year down there in the OHL, as well as Colby Barlow, and, even a guy like Chaz Lucius on the Moose, you hope that while these guys have good years, that one day they'll be able to make an impact on this team. Because I'm tired of seeing impact prospects being lost. You look at who's leading the league right now in defenseman points. It's Jonathan Kovacevic, who's been very solid the last couple of years in the NHL, a guy we lost on waivers. Declan Chisholm, a guy we lost on waivers. Like the Jets and Chevy and the Jets are fantastic at drafting. They really are. The problem is they just don't seem to use the guys that they draft. The talent that they have and that they don't play and that they've lost, regardless of them not being elite or, whatever you want to call them, bubble NHL players. I hate that word, but they've been solid, good players that, you would want to have on your team, especially over guys like Logan Stanley. So I don't really understand it. Hopefully we'll be able to see more of it. I love seeing Kevin He succeed. So make sure to subscribe to stay with all things Winnipeg Jets hockey. Appreciate you guys watching so much. Thanks so much for watching. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Check out all the affiliate links down in the description below. Peace, love, and positivity as always. Go Jets, go. And I'll see you guys in the next one.